Friday 17th of July, another good day. We've got a win under our belt again today. So let's take a look and review it. So this was GBP USD again. I didn't do the morning markup because I'd woke up a little bit later and I wasn't entirely convinced it was going to be a trade. So my plan was to just not trade and go to work. And then by the time I'd had a coffee and 8 o'clock had come around, it started to look like there was a trade set up. So yeah, I didn't do the morning markup, but here's the markup and the trade review at the same time. So daily on the GBP USD ranging, I would say if anything slightly bearish, but mainly ranging, which is fine. 4 hour, we just took out the last 4 hour high out here. So given the fact we've took that out, pullbacks are likely, which I believe I interpreted this as the pullback. So the 1 hour is that's intermittent here, low, high. It's funny when structure comes like this because it's your 1 hour structure. So then I was going to mark out this interim structure. It's more like 15-minute structure, but because the ranges have tightened up. But anyway, so let's call it this. Anyway, we took the high to the left with this and then pushed down. So, and the way that looks there, it's an up and a down. It's a complete rejection of this area up here, and obviously price is melting away. So onto the entry time frame. This is why I wasn't going to take a trade, because it's a bit no man's landy. I mean, we've took the 4 hour high with this, and on the 5 minute. We are breaking structure down like so. Oh, that's probably on the 15 minute or maybe even the 1 hour. Again, structure's a bit funny today. All right now. So with that in mind, I was like, no, I don't really want to take a trade. So I'll actually put it on replay mode so you can see exactly what I'm seeing. So here's what I'm seeing. We're coming down, we've rejected the highs, but we've not really got any clear structure for me. So I'm thinking, right, go to work, no trade, hence why I didn't do a morning markup. As I watched this, it was that there. So that's my entry model, just straight up. Wick the high, and then breaking structure to the downside. That's my entry model A, and this is the structure right here. Took the high, broke this structure there to give the entry. So I'm like, well, I'm going to treat this as another range trade because of the fact that there's no higher time frame structure for me to trade from. So we're going to treat it as a momentum trade. Same rules as a range trade. A momentum trade is when there's enough momentum in one direction. We don't get the pullback, we just get the sweep and the continuation, which is this. So it's a momentum trade. Same management as a range trade, as I said. So here we go. It happened quite fast as well. So again, another reason why I didn't. Anyway, covered the high, targeted a 3R, tagged in, and then price went down. And then I actually closed it at right there where we are now, because for like a 2.7, because price was there, and I was like, I want to go to work, and there was too much anxiety about it, because the last thing I wanted to see today on a Friday was price just come and take me out for break even, because once price made the initial shift that pushed down there, I moved my stops to break even on 2 pips in profit to cover fees. So that was a lovely trade. So this is the entry model. This is like the perfect entry model, which is why I took the trade with not much higher time frame structure. Just that drop there. I'll show you again on replay mode. When Asia highs get took and you get this boom, boom, and you get that reaction. How big is that reaction? Yeah, it's like a 15 pip. Take the high, 15 pip break structure to the down below. That's the perfect entry model. That. So we went in, it was successful. A little bit of poor trade management by getting a bit anxious, like 4 pips away from take profit. So like, you know what, this is not worth the pain. This is not worth the mental suffering right now. Take the profit, and we're in a good place. So this month, that brings us to 52. So I start, this is so I call it my career account. It's £1,000 in it, and it's a way to keep my head away from prop firms. So it's £1,000, and it's so I can see my equity curve cleanly, rather than changing accounts all the time like you do on prop firms. And I just want to keep prop firms out of my mind and focus on the process. So this month so far, 5.24%. Last month we did 6%. And if we go to, I've actually got my FTMO, not my FTMO, my 200 Alpha Capital 200k challenge. Here we are. We're actually at we're actually at, what's the balance? It doesn't say the balance. Anyway, we can see we're into profit here. 12,000. We're actually at 16,000, not 12,000. So we're 8% in profit on our phase 1 of the 200k evaluation, and I've had this for over 6 months now, and you can see Mercury curve just dropping, and then really dialing in and working on my head and my management. You can see it's gone green for the last couple of months, so very happy with that today. Yeah, I'm gonna go have a nice weekend celebrating. Well, not celebrating, just relaxing, taking my head off trading. I'll be back to the chats on Monday morning. See you then.